Instead of asking about your starting goaltender, I'll ask you who's wearing the A's tonight.
Oh man! Actually, no kidding aside, Derek Forberg. He's I thought he's done a great job as leader. And even if you don't have an A on, you're still a leader. But he's done a really good job for us.
Rick, great sign to see Quinn Hughes out there. He skated yesterday, skated again today. His status for tonight and tomorrow.
I don't know about status tomorrow, but it was a good day for him. He obviously did a little bit more than he has done. She looked pretty good, but we didn't have contact drills and stuff like that, so it's hard to really evaluate that. But he felt really good yesterday, so we'll go from there.
You talked about true practice all week. I think you guys are off Thursday. It's pretty hard with the schedule to imagine him really practicing until next week.
Yeah, it's a hard one. This time of year, if it's November, December, you'd like a guy to get a practice or two. The things change sometimes, and we'll figure that out from here. Obviously, this has been games left. You got to change a few protocols, but obviously the safety of him is obviously number one.
So not in tonight, TBD going forward.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Yep.
How has he reacted to pushing himself? Because you said you wanted to see how that would turn out for him the day after, and he's done that now, back-to-back days.
Yeah, I think the frustrating part for him, he wants to go all the time. So I think the schedule of him skating some days, him not, has helped. And maybe not the mental part because he wants to play, but I think for overall, I think he had a couple of really good days. He's got a smile on his face today, so that's a good sign.
Will he travel to Calgary?
We haven't even talked about that. We'll have to talk about it, right? Actually, I'll see how he is after the ice, and we'll go from there.
How about the goaltending? It looks like Kevin might start tonight.
Yeah, Langston's starting tonight.
So have you thought about back-to-back with him, given the importance of the Calgary game?
You know what? That's something we'll talk after the game. Like I said, I thought last game, I think it was a low shot volume game, so I don't think it was taxing that much. You have to look at that. I mean, if you have a big, stress in front, a lot of shots, a lot of volume, then that's tough to play the guy back to back. But if it's a low volume game, sometimes you look at that. I don't think I've ever done that in my coach career. I've talked to some other coaches, some other veteran coaches. Have they done that before? And they have. But you got to pick your spots.
Aside from the value of Quinn, what does it mean to see Junior Pettersson and Marcus come in and play such important roles to your defense? I mean, you guys really haven't lost a beat there on the back end in the way you're defending.
Well, I think in this league, if you can cultivate like young defensemen early on. You got to be careful. Like Footy always talks about young defense. You don't want to throw him in the fire too quick. But I think he's taken little bites here and there. I think he's done a really nice job. I just think that he's a guy that's really taken information well, and he's got all the attributes of a really good two-way defenseman.
Offensively, are you looking at the collective? Because let's be honest, nobody's really lighting it up outside of Nebraska. Are you looking at the collective down the stretch here in terms of trying to generate offense?
Yeah, I mean, we're a committee. It's a four-line team, and we need production from everybody. But obviously, we talked about certain guys. They got to, especially that power play. You got to come up with some of these things, and I think it's about body position. It's about there's a lot of different factors. I'm not going to bore you guys, but I think that they understand that there's got to be some urgency. If you're that second guy going downhill and a rebound, those are the ones you got to put in. I think sometimes we're guessing which way the puck goes. I think if you just stay in the middle of the ice, that's just from my experience, play the odds, and those pucks will go in for you.
But having said that, how much do you need, one or two guys to kind of light it up?
Well, you always want somebody to get hot. I mean, you look around the league, there's always teams that are on winning streaks. There's always a guy that gets hot. Yeah, we're looking for a guy to get hot, but I don't want these guys to put pressure on them, because then you're going to squeeze the stick even more.
63 games in, though. Can you do any more as a coach to generate 5-on-5? It's not like you can change your systems now.
Well, I think it's the I don't know. Trying to think of the word is, you got to have not the courage, but the wherewithal when to attack the middle, when not, when to pass to this player, when not, when to take it to the net, and when not. I think those are reads that you can tell players, but it's got to be instinctual. There's three guys on one side of that. When you get it, I got to take it to the net. Why would I take it outside and then pass it to the defense? Like, those are just instinctual things that you want guys to. It's like Yogi said. Yogi was talking today. He did a great presentation about offense. It's stuff we got to keep showing them, and we got to keep practicing and showing it. That's how you get reps of that sort of stuff. And hitting the net, and shot location. That's a big part of scoring goals. You know, you can't miss the net, and you have to have shot location where your shot actually puts the other guy in a good position for a rebound. You know, a high shot in the glove when a guy's going in the net is not a good shot. That's what I think.
You got the band back together with Teddy, Dakota, and Garland. Did you see chemistry at the end of last game that makes you think that, you know, they can break out?
Yeah, I think, you know, you look at who's a distributor, who's a transporter, you try to do that. I think I got to, you know, like to get Best some speed on his line. You know, maybe Hedel and Jake can find some chemistry. Jake's kind of a shooter, and Hedel's a kind of can make plays to the neutral, and that's the thought process. But at the end of the day, everybody, you know, you can mix lines and play a shell game, but you got to play better. We got to play better as a group.
Are the players here? You know, I mean, a lot of these guys scored a year ago.
Who's that?
Do you have the group in that locker room to generate more?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's on me and our staff. And we got, like, that's the thing. I mean, I got the twins, I got Yogi, Sergei Gotcha is a Hall of Fame type of defenseman. Like, it's not like we're preaching these guys, you know, it's and we got a lot of new guys, and there's a lot of guys that, you know, you're trying to make them, you know, you can't make a guy into a pure goal scorer, but you can make him into a guy that can up his offensive game, and it's on us to make that, for sure. You know, but I do like the way we're playing without the puck. We just got to create, and you get a 2-on-1. We like to score in some 2-on-1s. We like to score in the odd breakaway. Those are the ones that really separate. You know, you look at Dallas, they didn't really have much going on. Boom, one rush. I think they had one rush chance. It's in the net. Those are the moments we're looking for, and we've got to keep pounding it in into the group that we can do it. You know, you just got to believe in yourself.
The message we heard at the end of last game was players have to earn their ice time. Is that a message that was also preached to the players in the room, and how have they responded to that?
Well, if you want to change culture and you want to win and be a winning organization, you have to earn it. Like, you just don't. That's just the way you live. That's the way it is. If you know, you can't hand stuff for stuff that's happened away in the past. And let's face it, you know, we're trying to become a winning club, right? And everybody's got to kind of earn their way. There's no. I hate the word entitlement. There's no entitlement around here. Who and that's not just saying those three guys. I didn't call those. They says those guys had low ice time. I felt that at that time that we weren't getting much from them, and I thought some other guys. You know, it was a tight game. I thought there was, you know, some guys that were really working hard. So, but listen, we're going to go anywhere. Those guys got to play. Don't get me wrong. They got to play. They're going to get played tonight. Hopefully, they respond.
Drew O'Connor seemed to leave the morning skate early.
Him and Junior had a little bit of flu last night, so I kicked them off. So they were a little under the weather. Hopefully, so I wanted him to get some rest.
Are they going to be in tonight then?
Yeah, they'll play tonight. Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.